All right. Yeah, good. All right. Good morning, and thank you for being here. The location we're standing in front of, 587 Gates Avenue here in Brooklyn, was very tragically the site of a fatal fire a few months back. The reason we're standing in front of this location is this is a fire where there were no smoke alarms present in the home. And while that should be the responsibility of the landlord, we as the fire department will do anything to keep residents safe and to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again. And so we're here to talk about a program we've had for many years that was slowed down by the pandemic, like so many things, and that we want to really draw awareness to because it is so critical. And we want to lift up the memory of the young children who died in this fire behind us by making sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else, making sure that every New York City resident knows that they can come to the fire department, to the Red Cross, to the FDNY Foundation, and they can get a free smoke alarm, and they can get that smoke alarm installed, and that smoke alarm will save their lives. In the case of almost any type of fire, a smoke alarm gives you early warning. It gives you enough time to get out. So even as we work to prevent those fires, even as we work to update building codes, even as we tackle critical new emerging threats like lithium-ion batteries, we also want to go back to the basics and remind New Yorkers that a working smoke alarm will save your life. It will give you enough time to get out. And if you are not able to get one from your landlord, if you don't have one operating in your house today, please get in contact with us. We will get there, the Red Cross will get there, and we will install that smoke alarm for you. I want to show, I'm going to ask you to step aside. There's a QR code right behind me where folks can simply scan and make that request right away to get a smoke alarm in their home. And we want to make sure that everybody knows that, especially as we go into what is always our busier season. In the winter months, fires go up. So please, right now, I know it might be a nice day out. It doesn't seem like winter is upon us, but it is. And we do see a lot more fires in the winter and want to make sure that New Yorkers are ready going into the winter months and that they're going to be safe. So with that being said, I'd like to ask the Red Cross to come say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Selena Cirillo. I'm the interim CEO for the Greater New York Red Cross, and I am so proud to stand alongside the FDNY and the FDNY Foundation to help save lives. The American Red Cross responds to over 60,000 emergencies across the country annually, and the vast majority of these are home fires. 7 people die in home fires in our country every single day. It's including 1,500 home fire responses by the Red Cross over the past 12 months just in New York City. After a fire, when the brave firefighters are focused on putting out the flames, our trained and dedicated Red Cross team members are there side by side with FDNY to support families impacted by a fire. We often hear that this is the worst day of their lives. This is why in 2014, the American Red Cross launched its home fire campaign, Sound the Alarm, Save a Life. Having a working smoke alarm in a home reduces the chance of death by home fire by half. Across the country, we have installed over 2.6 million smoke alarms and helped to create over 1 million fire safety plans. Here in New York City, through our partnership with the FDNY and the FDNY Foundation, we've installed nearly 190,000 alarms, including hundreds of specialty alarms for the deaf and hard of hearing communities. And we know that this program saves lives. We have documented nearly 2,000 lives saved nationwide by the smoke alarms installed by this program, including 41 in New York City alone. These documented cases are homes where our teams went out and installed a smoke alarm, and the family in that home was able to get out safely by the smoke alarms that were installed by Red Crossers and in partnership with the FDNY. All of this work is made possible by the power of our volunteers and the generosity of our partners and donors, especially the FDNY and the FDNY Foundation. We are asking all New Yorkers to raise their hands and sign up to volunteer to help install smoke alarms across the city. In particular, we have a need in New York City for people to be drivers and installers, meaning if you have a driver's license and if you know how to use a ladder and a drill, we need your help. All training is provided free of charge, and you can help protect yourself and neighbors from home fires. Together, we can help save lives. Thank you to our incredible volunteers who have helped us save so many lives already, and to the FDNY and FDNY Foundation for a tremendous and impactful partnership that has helped save the lives of New Yorkers. Thank you so much. Jean?
Thank Thank you. And for many years, the FDNY Foundation has generously funded these efforts, so I'd like to ask the Foundation Executive Director, Gina O'Shea, to say a few words.
Welcome and thank you. The FDNY Foundation mission is to help our FDNY firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics do what they do best, save lives and protect property. The FDNY Foundation funds education, equipment, and training for our members, our FDNY families, and extensive life-saving community outreach programs. We have been funding fire safety education, which is at the heart of our mission, for more than 40 years. The best way to fight fire is to prevent them. The Foundation funds the Department's Fire Safety Education Unit, run by Captain Mike Kozo, here with us. Our firefighters go into schools, communities, institutions, and give language and community-friendly fire safety education. The Foundation is committed to supporting this continued outreach program to install more smoke alarms in more homes to save more lives in our great city. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. So just to reiterate, we are facing, one of the highest number of fire deaths that we've seen since 2005. That is in large part because of the crisis of lithium-ion batteries. But we do know that we can make sure that our fellow New Yorkers are not part of those statistics. So we're really urging all New Yorkers to come together. I'd like to list off the names of the victims of this fire: Danielle Havens, Journey Miles, and Kelsey Miles. In their name, we'd really like to encourage New Yorkers, whether it's faith leaders who can talk to their congregations, elected officials who can outreach their constituents, or frankly all of us, to check in on our neighbors and do the one thing that we know can save a life, which is to make sure they have a working smoke alarm. We've put together a great program. We're so grateful to the Red Cross and to the Foundation that this is such an easy thing to request. You can see the QR code behind me. You can also go to FDNY Smart. We really implore people right now to go check, do they have a working smoke alarm, and do their neighbors? And if they don't, please request one. We're here to help. We're here to install one, and it will help save lives. So please do that. Thank you for everything that you've done already. To everybody here, this is clearly a team effort, and most of all to our first responders who continue to respond to these dangerous events every day. Any questions?
Is the city or the FDNY doing anything to hold landlords accountable who don't put fire alarms in apartments?
So we do. We work with the real estate industry. We also talk to some of the biggest landlords in the city. We also do some education for residents along with our fellow agencies around what they can do to ask for that for their landlords. But today we just want to focus on the shortest distance between your home and getting a working smoke alarm. So of course landlords should uphold that obligation. Of course the city should help them. But if it's something where it's taking days or weeks, please just come to us and get one up. Even while you're working on that, it could save your life. Any other questions? Great. Thanks, guys.